Motown.
Top 8 underrated modern blaxploitation movies. In the 70s, there emerged the genre under the shades of exploitation movies. This genre was termed blaxploitation for the involvement of people of color in the pivotal roles. These movies also courted a lot of controversy for going by the racial stereotypes where the characters would talk or act in a certain way. However, it is also through these movies of this genre that Hollywood saw the black actors taking center stage. Gone were the days when they had to play the sidekick or the criminal lead, and this marked a new era in cinema. Blaxploitation movies gained their popularity after the rethinking of race relations. The subject intrigued filmmakers, and this genre of movies was made keeping in mind an urban African American audience. Another interesting aspect of the movies of this genre was how they included soundtracks and soul music. While this genre flourished during the 70s, in the following video, we will discuss the movies that came much later. These movies are criminally underrated, despite their rich content, and it is time to look at some of the modern blaxploitation classics. Hello there, everybody! Before we get into our list, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel and clicking the little bell icon up in the corner to get notifications. This is a small click for you, but means a lot to us. Thank you! And let's begin. Action Jackson, 1988. A police detective gets demoted to the rank of sergeant after he uses excessive force when nabbing a sexual predator. Life goes downhill for him when the offender's father, who is an industrialist, seeks revenge and frames him for his wife's murder. The detective, Jackson, manages to evade arrest and gets help from a druggy singer as he takes on the powerful industrialist and his corrupt practices. The film has a group of powerful actors like Carl Weathers, Vanity, and Sharon Stone, which makes sure that the acting is never compromised. The movie might come across as a bit cheesy, but it is brilliant in its cheesiness. Carl Weathers steals the show with some badass action scenes in his ripped physique. There are explosions, fistfights, and fast cars to go with a concrete plot. The movie also has a decent dose of humor. In short, this is a complete entertainer, and it can make for a perfect movie in a weekend fun afternoon. Original Gangstas, 1996. This movie is one of the most underrated gems of the blaxploitation genre, and even has some of the veteran actors from that era. The story is that of revenge after the father of the protagonist is shot by a gang. John Brookman, who rounds up his own fellows as the team takes on the gangs. It is now a battle between right and wrong as his team tries hard to restore justice in the neighborhood. As you would have guessed already, the movie is blessed with some picture-perfect action scenes. Besides being astoundingly entertaining, the movie has some great actors like Fred Williamson, Jim Brown, Pam Grier, and Paul Winfield. Given that this is a low-budget action movie, the scenes stand out for the sheer brilliance. The good old-fashioned talking and shooting are back. You will also enjoy the quality of dialogues that is on offer for this movie. The wry humor, the fancy cars driven by the gangsters, the style and mannerism of the heroes, and everything else about this movie is made for a perfect entertainer. Watch this movie, and you will probably watch it again someday when you want a fun movie for yourself. Black Dynamite, 2009. This movie is a brilliant narrative of a fight back against all forms of wrongdoings. The story revolves around Black Dynamite, who was a prominent African-American action star. His brother was killed by the Man, and the local orphanages were pumped with heroin. There was adulterated liquor and all forms of corruption in his locality. He finally decides to take stock of things and his journey to justice takes him right up to the White House and the president himself. Black Dynamite is a great example of parodies done right. The movie is great at trying to be bad on purpose. They put out all that a movie avoids. Michael Jai White deserves a special mention for his work as Black Dynamite. The music of the movie is simply remarkable. This movie definitely ranks as one of the finest spoofs, and it is not wise to miss out on this one.
Who's bad?
Undercover Brother, 2002. The plot is laced with humor and punch as an African-American organization named Brotherhood takes on a despotic white corporate power, The Man. The Man is trying to foil a black presidential candidate's attempt to run for the election. The secret agents from this organization must take on the ruthless wrongdoings of the corporate giant. The Man has planned an Operation Whitewash, which involves negating the African-American influence on the world, and it must be dealt with. The cast manages to create a laugh riot through this movie. The likes of Eddie Griffin, Dave Chappelle, Denise Richards, and others do justice to their roles. This is a movie that has been deliberately made stupid to bring about the laughs, and the efforts of the makers do not go to waste. The movie is exponentially funny and has some very entertaining moments. The movie brings back some songs from the Blaxploitation era. In short, this is a great homage of the Blaxploitation genre, and with the kind of entertainment on offer, this is a must-watch for the fans. Superfly, 2018. This is a remake of the 1972 movie Superfly, and the story is derived from the same premise. It traces the adventure of a drug dealer who is planning his retirement. He is fed up with his life and the constant threat, which makes him decide to give up his business. Before he gives up on his trade, he risks one last score and double-crosses his mentor to head to Mexico. He now has to execute his last drug deal perfectly as he connects directly with the source of the drugs. Considering the fact that the movie told the exact story narrated in the previous version, you might be a little disappointed. Individually, however, the movie is a decent entertainer. The actors like Trevor Jackson do a great job, and special mention must be made for Jason Mitchell, who shines as his co-star. There is plenty of comic relief in store for the viewers. Despite a usual plot, the storytelling is fairly interesting. The movie deserves a chance given the fantastic effort of the cast that manages to put together a smile on your face by the time the movie ends. Pootie Tang, 2001. Pootie Tang is the usual storyline for a blaxploitation movie. The hero Pootie Tang is targeted by the American evil corporate. It wants to steal his magic and tries to make him endorse addictive products to the people of his community. Pootie Tang, who is a musician, actor, and hero in his neighborhood, must stand up to the wrongdoings and protect his people. Can he take on the evil corporation of his own and better the lives of black children in America? You have to watch the movie to find out. The movie feels like a mixture of hip-hop videos and blaxploitation action movies. That offers relentless entertainment. The rough filming style and polished acting from the cast consisting of Lance Cruther, Chris Rock, J.B. Smooth, and Jennifer Coolidge add to the charm of this movie. Watch the movie for what it is: fun and escapism. With time passed, this movie has attained cult classic status. It's laced with laughs and a wonderful time is guaranteed. Proud Mary, 2018. You have seen a male assassin several times in a movie. Proud Mary is a unique movie that explores the journey of a hit woman. The assassin murders one of her victims and realizes the victim had a young boy. She is struck with guilt and keeps an eye out for the young man, who starts working for an abusive drug dealer. During one of his vulnerable moments, she steps in to help and all hell breaks loose as the gang wars begin. The performances of Taraji P. Henson as the hit woman is the highlight of this movie. She is brilliantly supported by Xander Berkeley and Jahidiello Winston. The story catches the attention of the viewers, and some parts are strongly derived from the movie Leon, the Professional. The technical aspects in this movie come out with flying colors, and in a nutshell, the movie is 90 minutes of pure enjoyment.
Okay? You go out there alone, boy, they're gonna shoot your ass off.
I'm a soldier, man. I've been trained for combat.
I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, 1988. Parodies and spoofs of blaxploitation movies are plentiful, but few have done their job better than this amazing laugh riot. The movie picks up steam when Jake finds his brother dead from an overdose of gold chain, a kind of drug. The gold chains are sold on the street by a white crime lord named Mr. Big. Now, Jake must take on the evil forces with the help of the good heroic guys, like John Slade and some other fighters who are determined to end Mr. Big's drug regime from their neighborhood. Like many parodies, the movie manages to be silly yet fun. Keenan Ivory Wayans stuns in his directorial debut with such a fun film. The cast is rich with some terrific actors who bring back the nostalgia of the blaxploitation era, but in a fun way. Bernie Casey, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Antonio Fargas, etc. do a great job with the acting. We all love to laugh, and this movie is surely going to make you tear up from laughter. This is all the time we had for today's episode. We hope you guys liked it. So it would be awesome if you guys could take some time to subscribe to our channel. Also, push that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. And don't forget to tell us which topics you want us to cover in the comments section. And stay safe.